Sup everyone, Zypher here. So the newest release in the game, Metal Cooler, came out yesterday. He's been a subject of a lot of opinions throughout the community. There are many people who just think this unit is absolutely trash, but there are some people who think this unit has pretty good value. Now, I'll be talking about that, but I'll also be telling you whether or not you should summon for this banner. Firstly, I'll talk about the value of this unit because ultimately this unit is what you want from that banner, or for that instance, the titular unit is anyways the unit that you want from their first banners. So he has obviously come alongside the first King Cold in the game. Yeah, right here. So talking about the units, King Cold is about as good as a 1% sparking can be. He's just as good as any of the better 1% sparkings we've received in a while. He's pretty good, nothing too crazy, but on an LOE setup, he does pretty well. Um, Talking about Metal Cooler, many people are saying his damage is not good. That is true, but his defenses are not terrible, and he has three lives. So this sort of ties up into their philosophy they had earlier this year when they said they'll be releasing units with specific roles. This unit is, uh, I'll not say perfect, but pretty good example of that in my opinion. Like, okay, people need to understand that while his damage may not be very high, or okay, his damage is perhaps not even good, but that's not his role at all. Movies is not a real team right now, so I'll not talk about movies. His only real team is LOE. So um, let's talk about LOE. We have a monster damage dealing character in form of Ultra Full Power Frieza. So why would you even need another damage dealing unit is beyond me. For example, let's say if this unit was not a defensive unit, like something like Kefla, you could put him in that team still in LOE, but he'll still not give you as much value as he's giving right now. At least I think so. What is happening right now is he's just there to eat most of the big hits, and you can build him. There's several equipments that offer you special move damage and ultimate damage while also providing defenses. So his blue card and ults still hit decently hard, but yeah, his main job is just to tank like a rush and a ultimate, or mostly the big attacks of your opponent team. So what you're doing is you just swap into him to eat up the attacks to, or to just buy time to switch into other characters, namely full power, ultra full power Frieza, and from there on you can just use full power Frieza to basically win you the game. Now, since he is a defensive unit, he will be stars dependent. But even at 3 stars, his revive is obviously still going to be useful. So yeah, that sort of sums up my opinion. I don't think this unit is bad at all. He is certainly better than, well, let's say someone like Purple transforming SS Super Saiyan Blue evolved Vegeta, but he's not like top 5 in the game, that's for sure. He's just a unit who's doing his job very, very well. So, in that sense, if you are LOE fans or something, um, it makes sense to go for him. He's not terrible at all, despite what people may have you believe. But again, things depend on your playstyle as well. If you are sort of someone who likes to just press buttons and stuff like that, then yeah, this character is not really playing the game for you. So maybe don't go for him in that case. Talking about the banner itself, that is almost. a tragedy. So I'll quickly show you the feat. Sorry, I think the better way is to go at Z Palace. So you can see the banner. The funny thing about this banner is that both this Goku Black and this Broly were not very impressive at all in on their release. And the same can be said for this Meta Cooler. He is also not extremely impressive to most people. To me personally, I still like the unit. He's decent. He's sorts of this is sort of what legends need actually. You need to give units defined roles, not someone like Kaioken Goku or Ultra Full Power Frieza who can do everything in the game. I mean, sure, they are hype characters, they're giving very good value to their teams and all, but in terms of balance, it's not really what we're looking for. So yeah, this cooler will get a Zenkai, and this King Cold is the only one other than that who's I guess decent. Oh yeah, Full Power Frieza is also someone who's very good to use if you obviously have him Zenkai and have his equipment. So in terms of this banner, I don't really like it. I think it's safe to say it's one of the more terrible banners. Having said that, if you have a already strong LOE setup, which I did, like I have all the relevant LOE units in this meta right now in my character list. So in that case, of course, it makes sense to just go for maybe 2, 3 rotations. That's what I did. Like I stopped on my third rotation after having, of course, gotten him. So that is what you should do, and maybe you should actually just stop at 3 stars and then just put in LFZ power to get him up to 5 stars or something. Um, he's of course going to be way, way, way better with each star count increase. But again, the thing is, his main use is to just buy time, sort of a thing. I don't think you're building him offensively at all. So in that case, it actually, to me at least, makes sense to just stop at 3 stars and use him just to eat up hits and big hits specifically, and then just like use Ultra Full Power Frieza and the LF Yellow LF Full Power Frieza as well alongside him. Of course, King Cold is someone who can also be used in that setup instead of Full Power Frieza. Now, I don't think that King Cold is better than LF Metal Cooler, but I do see why people are saying that. But a lot of what Metal Cooler is doing is he's just like he's he's a good glue for the team, if you know what I mean. He's providing things that the team needs to be very competent in the sense that he's eating up hits pretty well. He's giving you that extra life, so it sort of saves you from some misplays most of the times. And at the end of the day, he'll enable a lot of matches going into time accounts. So yeah, he's doing his job in my opinion. His job was never to deal any damage. So and yeah, about his blue card, you need to use a blue to reset his gauge. So that also makes sense that a lot of defensive units have special move damage on them. So this is something that people should exploit in my opinion. But yeah, this will be it. I don't think you should go for more than 3 rotations on this banner. If you do at all, and in terms of value, the banner itself does not have much value. So there it is. The unit itself is extremely competent. Is he top 5? No. Is he top 10? Probably. But yeah, what he does is simply he makes the team extremely good. So that will be it. This is all just an opinion, of course. Some of you might not like to use him. He might not give you as much value depending on your playstyles, stuff like that. But yeah, this is a personal opinion. This is by no means a universal truth. So